so good. And just, Hello and welcome to Tennis Asia TV again. This time we're just going to go through, me and Leah, the upcoming match between Emma Raducanu, the 2021 US Open champion, against Janice Tjen, the 23-year-old from Indonesia, who has, really taken this US Open by storm by, having, just the way that she's risen as well, Janice, having last year just gone pro, and now a year later, or a little bit over a year later, now finding herself qualifying for the US Open at the first time, and then beating Kudermetova in 3 sets. Just a really amazing performance. So, and I think that's going to set this up to be a really exciting match between Emma Raducanu and Janice Tjen. So you obviously watched the Tjen match against Kudermetova, or?
No, I watched like the first part and then the last part.
Yeah, Raducanu, I saw that match, and it was definitely a good performance from her. Very one-sided match, really, in the end. I don't think Shibahara really could have, she didn't really bring her best, I suppose. But I think that's partly because of the consistency and the speed of play of Emma, and especially on return, so good. And just hitting deep. And whereas I didn't see the Tjen match live, but I did see a good amount of highlights. And boy, she is a handful of a player, and an amazing forehand. Good mover. She's strong as well. And her serve is actually surprisingly good. She's only, I think she's 168 centimeters tall. So it's not small, but not particularly big, right? In tennis, and so it's it's impressive, really. And obviously with how many matches she's won, I think this sets up to be a very interesting clash, right? With Raducanu. What are your thoughts on how you think this match might go?
They are both playing really well. Both, I think Janice is probably the more aggressive player, always looking to move in forward in the point, and Emma is more of an aggressive counter puncher. But I think, I feel like it's gonna be a really good match. It might just depend on, I feel like the serve is the key. Like whoever is serving better, it that's tennis basic, but I think in terms of Emma's game in particular, she has a tendency to sometimes be inconsistent on the serve. Like she returns really well, she's good off the ground, but when her serve is off, that's when she can get vulnerable. I feel like if she serves well, I would give her the edge. But it might
Especially with
also,
how well she returns as well.
yes, how well she returns. So it might, maybe the crowd might be a factor as well, depending on where they are assigned, which court they are assigned. Not sure if Janice has played against a very popular player at that level. So I don't know how she will handle that occasion. Let's say if they are assigned to Ash or Louis Armstrong, we don't know. But definitely in terms of her game, um, it's a toss up. I would just say maybe 55 Raducanu if she's serving well on that day.
That's interesting, because I think, some people are maybe putting Raducanu a bit, higher. Maybe they're putting her like 60% in favor of her or higher. I don't know. That's the kind of the impression I get. But I think that's more the fact that they don't really know Janice, or they maybe not really watched her, right?
Yeah.
So I think maybe there's a element of people underestimating Janice a little bit. I don't think Raducanu, with her coaching team as well, I don't think she's going to underestimate her. I think she, I don't think she would think like that, because she's just beaten Kudermetova, so that's obviously you have to think, well, she's good enough to beat her. I'm going to have to be
Exactly.
on top of my
Yeah.
game. But I think, yeah, it's an interesting one because, like you said, she does have maybe those kind of vulnerabilities on the serve. I think, some people have compared Janice already in her game and style sort of a bit to Ash Barty.
I see it. I definitely see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, certainly she's got a really nice slice, actually,
Right.
that was causing trouble for Kudermetova. And she seems, very confident in that. I think, but I also don't think that that bothers Raducanu too much. I think she actually, I don't know what you think. I think she doesn't mind that too much. And in fact,
yeah,
she's
she
got
has
a
a
pretty
pretty
good
good
slice
slice as well.
Yeah. And against Shibahara, she was using it, and Shibahara was like, didn't know what to do actually sometimes.
Yeah.
So another thing though, you mentioned the crowd though, is Janice. She actually, come through the US college system, which can be pretty, like when they play those
That's true. Yeah.
matches, it's pretty rowdy. It
Right.
can be,
Right.
and I think that's why some of these college players, when they get into pros, they have a kind of that sort of competitiveness that
Yes.
which it's interesting because it feels like sometimes they don't really get bothered as much by the tight moments like that, and if anything, it
Right.
seems
That's
like
true. That's true.
they seem to bring out the best in them. So that is definitely going to be interesting. Surely, yeah, Raducanu is going to have a lot of fans, regardless, I think, watching her, because everyone, she's a big name. But like, it'll be interesting. Yeah, people don't know Tjen so much, and yeah, I mean, do you have any predictions for how you think the score might be?
I think it's gonna be like two tight sets in favor of Emma. Oh no, I'm making a prediction that might not come true. I'm like I feel like that's how I feel. But of course I wouldn't I'm seeing Janice play, I don't count her out at all, especially if she serves well on that day. But yeah, I
Mm.
mean I didn't see her match, but I did ask people how it went, and they did say that she had like a walkabout in the second set. So that's something I'm sure is also interesting. Like if she does win the first set, for example, um, will she be able to continue her momentum?
You
Or
mean
be
you mean Tjen?
Yes, Chen. Yes, I
Right.
mean, sorry. I mean, yeah. So that might be a factor as well. Even if she does, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Honestly, for me, the first set is the most important. If
Yeah.
if Emma wins the first set, I don't see her losing the second set. But if Janice wins the first set, then the question mark is what will happen in the second. I think that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think Emma will win. I think it could be in three, but I think that I think it's also more that I feel like at least one of the sets will be close. So
Yeah.
if that's the case, then I think possibly Janice could sneak one. But yeah, probably if Emma does win the first set, yeah, I would agree that she's probably going to take the match. I mean, as good as Janice is playing, it's clear that Emma is also playing really well. I think the first round was evidence of that, and I think it was probably a big bit of pressure. I felt like her coming into that, she was expected to win, but she hadn't won her first round matches the last 2 years in the US Open, and obviously being the champion from that incredible tournament from coming through qualies, then like there is some pressure there to get it done. But yeah, she did her job really well, and just the way she's been playing in general recently, she doesn't look like she's going to lose to players that she should be beating. Really, I mean, she's lost obviously to some big players recently. She's maybe a bit unfortunate with draws, but yeah. But I think this is a great moment for Janice and a good test for her. And I think like seeing how she does in this match is maybe a good indication of how maybe good she can be.
Right.
Because definitely she seems to me to be someone I think will be a regular on the WTA tour, and I think she's good enough to be there
Yeah.
and playing. Yeah, and but we haven't really. It's an unusual thing because she's 23, and she's doing so well now, and without having, I mean, she's only really been pro for a year, so yeah, it's an unusual thing in a way, right?
I mean, there's no reason for her not to have a career like McCartney Kessler is having right now. I think, they're both similar. They went through the college system. Um, they both have very aggressive games. I think, yeah, it it might be also the surprise factor, since no one really knows much about Janice right now, so that might cause problems for Emma too. So, and it's, as you said, for me, one of the things that's great about this matchup is that a lot of people don't know Janice yet, but they will definitely watch a Raducanu match, and like she gets
Yeah,
more exposure, people get to know her more, get to know her game more, and I think that's a plus, either way.
yeah, and I think it's also kind of cool because probably a lot of people in Indonesia casually follow tennis. They know Raducanu, so it's maybe a chance, yeah, for her to sort of
Yeah.
make herself known to her own country, even if she hasn't done that already by beating Kudermatova. But yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Make a score prediction.
That's so hard. I honestly see it like a 7-5 first set, and then maybe like a 6-3, 6-4 second set in favor of Raducanu. Yeah, that's how I imagine it playing out, but who knows. How about you? Like, what do you think the score line is
I
going to be like?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking similarly. I thought possibly, yeah, it could be like a 7-5 or even a tie break
Right, right.
with Raducanu, but the less close second set. So, but well, I don't know actually. It doesn't seem to me like when I say less close, I don't think it's going to be like a 6-1 or something. But because I
Yeah,
think
definitely not.
Janice is capable of she seems like quite a tough competitor, and she's playing at high enough level. I don't think she's going to get overwhelmed, but probably, yeah, something like a 7-6, 6-3, or yeah, something like that wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, yeah, let's see if she can sneak a set and make things interesting. Anyway, that match will be on, what day are we now? This is okay. It's Monday, so it was going to be on
Wednesday?
Wednesday, right? It must be Wednesday, right? So yeah, I wonder what court they're going to put it on. We don't know yet. Maybe could be Louis Armstrong again.
Yeah, or
I'm not sure.
grandstand. Not sure
Yeah,
if that's an Ash match, considering who else is in her section. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Although she's a former champion, yeah, probably doesn't justify her being on Ash right now. But like, yeah, could be a Louis Armstrong or Grandstand. I think either of those would be good enough, and yeah, looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for giving me your predictions, Leah, and hope to maybe talk to you about this match afterwards. Going to be interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you change it? No. Can't change it, right? So it does you no good to dwell on it. Sometimes we dwell on maybe bad points, but sometimes we dwell on good points, right? How many times have you guys seen players go, they hit a great shot, they're like, give me applause, give me applause, give me applause. They're still thinking about the great shot that they hit, and then before they know it, before they come back, they realize, oh shoot, I just lost the last 3 points, I didn't even realize it, right? So you cannot change what's happened already in the past. So when you play one point, whether it's good, whether it's bad, just know, hey, come back, play again, whatever point is in front of you, you make sure you give 100% focus.
More that I feel like at least one of the sets will be close. So if that's the case, then I think possibly Janice could sneak one. But yeah, probably if Emma does win the first set, yeah, I would agree that she's probably going to take the match. I mean, as good as Janice is playing, it's clear that Emma is also playing really well. I think the first round was evidence of that, and I think it was probably a big bit of pressure. I felt like her coming into that, she was expected to win, but she hadn't won her first round matches the last 2 years in US Open, and obviously being the champion from that incredible tournament from coming through qualies, then like there is some pressure there to get it done. But yeah, she did her job really well, and just the way she's been playing in general recently, she doesn't look like she's going to lose to players that she should be beating, really. I mean, she's lost obviously to some big players recently. She's maybe a bit unfortunate with draws, but yeah. But I think this is a great moment for Janice and a good test for her. And I think like seeing how she does in this match is maybe a good indication of how maybe good she can be.
Right.
Because definitely she seems to me to be someone I think will be a regular on the WTA tour, and I think she's good enough to be there and playing. Yeah, and but we haven't really.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kei Nishikori!
Tennis Asia TV.
Hello and welcome along to the Tennis Asia podcast. And on this show, we're going to take a look at a player we haven't actually mentioned on this show, from a country that we actually haven't mentioned on this show before either. And joining us to take us through, Mr. Tennis Asia himself. Eddie, how are you? You've been enjoying Cincinnati, Montreal, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, been enjoying all that, but I thought it would be, a good idea. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Tennis Asia TV live watch along for this US Open Round 2 clash between the 2021 US Open champion Emma Raducanu and the rising Indonesian star Janice Tjen. It's a very interesting one for us because Janice is someone I've been following for several months now, and her rise has been pretty remarkable. Most of her tennis career, she's just been playing ITFs until this recent US Open, which, she basically last year in June went pro, having graduated from Pepperdine University in the US, so in California. Yeah, and then just went straight into the pros from the very bottom with no ranking and started winning lots of matches, lots of ITF tournaments. And something like 100, I can't even remember now, 113 matches, won, 10 lost, and including the qualification matches here at the US Open. So she came through her 3 matches in straight sets, including the final round match against Aoi Ito, who's a fan favorite really from Japan. But Janice, she got through her quite easily, and then had to face the 24th seed Kudermetova in the first round, and she came through not in straight sets, but in 3 sets. It was a great performance and just a great moment. It's been 22 years before that since an Indonesian player had won a main draw match at a slam, and she's rewarded now with this incredible match against Emma Raducanu. Now Emma came through her first round match against Ena Shibahara, and that was a particularly one-sided affair. Emma was really good. Perhaps Shibahara didn't perform as well as she would like, or as well as she could have. But there's no doubt that Emma is playing very well at the moment. Recently the players that she lost to have been players like top players like Sabalenka, or the players have been playing very well. And for the most part, Emma has looked much more consistent, much more like a top 20 player, really, despite her ranking being in the 30s at the moment. So this is a great opportunity for Tjen to test herself against the very best. Obviously, having come through against Pavlyuchenkova, Kudermetova. She's shown that she can compete with top players. But now it looks like Emma Raducanu is the player about to serve, and Janice Tjen is about to receive on Louis Armstrong Stadium. This is the second stadium at Flushing Meadows, and Emma Raducanu hits down a serve out wide. Now, Emma's always been a little bit more vulnerable on the serve, but in more recent times, she's improved that. And that's one of the reasons why she's looked much more solid and putting in such good performances recently, because, when she serves well, she's always had a really good return, and it's as good as ever. And it was being put to good use against Ena Shibahara in that first round. So Tjen, she actually serves pretty well herself, Janice. She's not the tallest. She's only 168 centimeters, which for a tennis player is not tall. So, it's on the shorter end. So, but, she's strong. So she's good in that aspect. Oh, she just returned the serve there from Emma, and it just went in. And then I allowed her to open up the court. That forehand inside out. She hit that cross-court winner, and that was beautifully struck. And we might see that quite a lot. Janice hits that shot really well when she goes, behind the backhand and hits that forehand cross-court. She loves that. She tends to hit the slice on the backhand side. And she hits that very well. I mean, the slice, she knifes it. Well, that is another good rally there from Tjen. The deep ball on the forehand draws the error from Emma Raducanu. So it's 30-all. Thanks for your comment, Janice, bro. Very humble person. I did like Janice. She gave off good vibes when I saw her press conference after her first round win. Yeah, and obviously, she spoke well. English is good, and I thought she came across very well. So, looking to see how she does here, because she's obviously coming in with incredible confidence, having won so many matches, and this is her US Open debut, coming through qualies and then beating a seeded player. You can't really get much better on your first slam tournament. Oh, there's that forehand from Janice. Oh, and she just sends that one wide, and that is the hold there for Raducanu. First game to Janice. Sorry, first game to Emma. Yeah. It's going to be tough. There's no doubt that Raducanu is the favourite here. But I do think that Janice can put up a good fight here. She's come through the US college system, and it's more competitive there than ever. The kind of matches they play there, they're always playing, for their team against other universities. And it's that team environment. It's a high pressure environment. The crowds there, they get good crowds. It's very rowdy. And so she's playing, singles, doubles. And a lot of players that come through from the US college system into pros tend to be very competitive, and they're good at handling the pressure moments. That seems to be what that college system trains players to do well. And Janice has definitely shown that. Second serve here for Janice. But the return there from Raducanu goes long. Raducanu will be disappointed with that, but that's 15 love to Tjen. And, yeah, as I said before, she's got a pretty good serve, Tjen, considering she's, as I say, not the tallest, but Raducanu returns the serves there, and then Tjen makes the error, so it's 15-all. Second serve it will be for Tjen. First serve into the net. Now, of course, this is the first match of the day on Louis Armstrong Stadium. So the stadium isn't full. Looks sunny there, looks like decent weather. But fans are still coming into the stadium. The atmosphere is not going to be quite there. People are probably still waking up to some degree, getting their coffees, and they'll be slowly coming into the stadium. So the atmosphere isn't quite there yet. So I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one. I think sometimes, the first matches, I don't know if that's going to benefit either player or not, but it's going to be another second serve here for Tjen at 15:30. This is a crucial point. Next point will either be 15:40, 2 break points for Raducanu, or 30-all. Oh, that was fantastic. Raducanu was defending well there. But it came up to the Tjen forehand, and she finished it off well with a winner, going back in behind Raducanu. She knows what she's doing, Tjen. She's a smart player, and she's got that forehand weapon. Plays doubles a lot, or has played doubles a lot when she was at university. So she likes to come to the net. She's quite an aggressive player. Oh, that was a nice forehand, though, from Raducanu, stepping in, going up the line with that forehand. And Janice will have to be careful with giving her, any kind of short balls down the middle, because Raducanu was ready to pounce there. And it's a break point now for Raducanu at 30-40 on the Tjen serve. Good serve from Tjen, but it is returned. Her forehand. Oh, she's going big on the forehand, but then the error comes from Tjen. She's a good defender, Raducanu, and that brings the error from Tjen. So it's 2 games to love for Raducanu and an early break for the Brit. It was interesting to listen to, well, I read an interview with Christopher Bint. He's on the screen there. He was showing that is Janice Chen's coach. He is originally from the UK, although he was coaching in New Zealand. And he's been coaching Janice, for the last few months, I think, since about May, that springtime. So seems to be definitely working well as a partnership. It was interesting to hear how, when he started coaching her, she didn't really know about like the WTA tour or ITF tour and rankings and the ranking system and how tennis works. I'm sure she's been well educated on that now, but he said that working with Janice is very good. Her ethics and her motivation, she works hard. So, and obviously she's a talented player. So I think she seems like the kind of player that coaches would want to work with. And yeah, that was a good serve there from Raducanu. So it's 50-all. 50-all. So Chen's looking to get back in here. Obviously, it's not the ideal start going down 2 games to love. Good return there from Tjen, though, but she's... Now we're in a backhand battle here. Oh, that was a backhand long there from Emma Raducanu. So the error there, it's 15-30 now with Raducanu serving. Important point here. So second serve with Raducanu, 15-30. Oh, it's a good return from Janice. She's using that forehand well, and it draws the error from Raducanu. 15-40, 2 break points for Janice Tjen. Good response here after going down the first break. So interesting to see how she deals with this. Obviously a big moment for her, for Janice. Rising so quickly. Oh, the first serve just long there from Raducanu. So it's going to be a second serve for Tjen. Oh, the serve out wide was pretty good there from Raducanu. And then the return from Tjen just goes long. So Raducanu saving one of those break points. Yeah, that's Raducanu again, stopping her ball toss there. I think she's in the sun. She did that a few times in the first match against Shibahara. But she eventually does serve and does well, and eventually wins the point there, Raducanu. So it goes to Deuce. She saved 2 break points. Janice Tjen will be disappointed, obviously, with those points coming and going, but still a little chance here at Deuce. Roberto in the chat asking, what time is Alex Ayala's round 2 match? I think that will be at in about 1 hour and 40 minutes time. So I think that's starting at 1 p.m. at local time in New York on court 7, is it? Oh, another good rally here from Janice. She's using the slice now. Oh, she's coming forward to the net. Oh, she's coming forward to the net, and that was well done. She eventually wins the point. She is aggressive. She will like to do that. And, you know, always got to be a bit dangerous as well, because Raducanu is a counter-puncher. She's an aggressive counter-puncher. She likes to hit those passing shots. She's ready to, if you make an attack like that. But Janice's approach was good enough that Raducanu's ball went into the net, and it's advantage Tjen. Good serve. Oh, and it is, you know, Tjen got a racket on it in the forehand side. Oh, it's on the backhand side, but it went into the net. Thank you, Roberto. Yes. Hopefully, I will be also commentating on the Alex Ayala match. She's also made history for the Philippines. It's the Southeast Asian historic tournament for those Southeast Asian countries. Yes, Indonesia and the Philippines. Second serve, though, will be for Raducanu. Juice here. Tjen still with a chance to get back into this. Oh, and it's a good serve. I mean, I think with Raducanu, this is potentially a game changer for her overall game, because, you know, having that serve and just being more reliable with that, we already know how good she is in her return games, and you know, you know, she can definitely rise much further up the rankings. And yeah, that was a good serve out wide again, unreturned by Tjen. So Raducanu does hold, and it's 3-love. So yeah, Janice at the moment hasn't been too bad, but Raducanu has been very good, I think. You can just see some more fans coming into the stadium now. Yeah, it's interesting, because actually I think Janice has said that, you know, she you know, she looked up to Emma, and, you know, she was a, you know, fan of hers. So it must be quite strange to now be playing her, you know, at such a big event. You know, she's risen so quickly from the ITF level. And, you know, on those ITF tournaments, you know, she was beating a lot of players, but, you know, those tournaments, not a lot of fans there, not a lot of people watching. So it'll feel very far removed, you know, at least those lower ITF tournaments from the US Open here, obviously. And yeah, she's done so well, but it's 3-love at the moment. And so Janice is, yeah, she's got some work to do here. And, you know, it's only going to be natural that she's probably feeling a little bit of nerves. I think when at some point you start to, you know, take in what an enormous occasion it is. But let's see if she can get back in here. And the forehand is so good, but Raducanu is just able to get there. Comment here, Raducanu's outfit is the same with Ayala. They have the same sponsor. That is right. I think they are both Nike. Yes, so they did wear the exact same outfit. I would prefer sometimes that, you know, the sponsor would give them, you know, slightly different outfits to wear. It's quite odd that they, you know, they'll give all the, wow. Sorry, I was just distracted there by that Raducanu forehand. Raducanu is looking very good at the moment. That was a huge forehand winner there from Raducanu. She is looking fired up here. She's certainly not underestimating Tjen with how she's approaching this match. Love 30 in the Tjen serve. Decent serve there, but it's a short return, and Tjen finishes off well. 15-30. So she says to herself, come on, come on. She's still positive. Oh yeah, she doesn't look timid. She's still, staying positive here and going for it. Oh, good first serve, and it's not returned. It's 30 all. Oh, another good serve out wide. Tjen with the ace. So now a chance she's got a game point. She can get on the board. Still just the one breakdown. Oh, she does get the first serve in, and she finishes. Oh, yeah, Raducanu gets a racket on it, but the forehand was good enough. That ball goes out. So Janice gets on the board. Having been love 30, she wins the next 4 points and holds. So a bit of pressure off now. Let's see if she can get in and return and break back against Raducanu. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, with the number of matches that Janice has won, there's no doubt she's been through so many tough moments already, and come and got back into sets and into matches, by breaking back, and obviously that college experience as well. There's no doubt she's going to stay tough here, and she's not going to wilt. She might get overwhelmed by Raducanu's good play, but she's not going to disintegrate, I don't think. Oh, good ace there from Raducanu. And yeah, Raducanu just looks like in good form at the moment. She's really not doing much wrong. So, and it's going to be difficult for Tjen because she won't have played a player this good, let's be honest. I mean, yeah, she played Kudermetova, but I think Raducanu is no doubt playing at a higher level than Kudermetova has been recently. So Janice still working that forehand, though. She's got a great forehand. Being compared to Ash Barty, obviously that forehand and also the slice and, her sort of physicality there. Oh, and she does come out on top in that rally. 15-30 it is then on the Raducanu serve. Still with a little chance to get in here. And hopefully I'm going to be joined by a few other people during the course of this stream. So I won't be alone. It'd be good to get an input from some other people. And oh, that forehand there from Tjen goes long. So, and we're joined here by Alistair. I'm going to put him in. Let's go here. Hello, Alistair.
Hello, Eddie. How's it going?
Yeah, not bad. Have you been watching?
I have been watching. I've been extremely impressed by both players so far, actually. But Raducanu really, really seems to have done her homework on Janice Tjen, and it's been a very, very impressive start to the match.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's been really impressive from Emma. She hasn't done anything wrong so far. Really just been executing well, for the most part. Janice, she has been done well to win points when she can, but I think, for her to, get back into this, she's got to kind of raise her level, perhaps to a level that she hasn't, been too much, right? I mean, and also maybe with a consistency that she hasn't really reached yet. But we'll see. Obviously, you can see that the talent she's got and that she's moving well, but
she's made the opportunities. I mean, she had the three break points. She earned those 3 break points as well. Raducanu just had enough about her to manage to close them out, really slam the door shut really, really fast.
Yeah, it's impressive because probably maybe against some other players, Tjen, that pressure she creates, maybe gets into her opponent's head a little bit, enough to get back into it, but Raducanu's just been, just very, very good. And yeah, you can see why she's been so consistent recently, and people are expecting her to rise up further. What is Raducanu's ranking right now, actually? I know that she's in the 30s or so.
Is it 30, 34 maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I can try and get it up. Yeah, so it's 36 at the moment, right?
36,
so,
okay.
but presumably she'll be rising further up the rankings now, Raducanu, because obviously last year she lost in the first round. So at least that much should be moving.
No points to defend there.
But yeah, potentially winning this round and further tournaments. Yeah, because also remember last year she had to retire in Seoul. She reached the quarterfinals. Ooh, but the backhand there. I guess we're at about the same point in the stream. It's now 15.
We should be on the same point because we're both watching this stream completely legitimately, which is quite unusual. We both subscribe to this actual legitimate service here in Korea. So yes, it's love 15 now. Sorry, 15 love and a big forehand put away, as she's done so well already in this match.
Yeah, and the forehand is, we've talked much about that. It is a great forehand. She also has a great slice, she knifes that so well, but it hasn't come into play too much here. I mean, I don't think it's. I think it also, if knifing those slices a lot is not going to be so effective against Raducanu. She's got a good slice herself, and I don't think she's bothered about that, getting into that kind of game. We had a comment here from
Raducanu's hitting it very, very deep. That time it was a little bit too deep, and this could be a straightforward service game for Tjen.
Yeah, and it's never going to be easy, for a lot of players to step into a match like this. Obviously she's won a lot of matches, but first kind of experience in this big stadium, right? And then, I still think she's been doing really well so far, Tjen. Okay, so that was a double fault, though.
That's unfortunate. If you're going to do a double fault, it's best to do it at 40 love.
Yeah. 40-15 now, so still 2 game points. Oh, that was in that first serve, and yeah, it is finished off. Yeah. Comment here from Manny. Good to see Southeast Asian countries playing for a second round. Go, go, go. And yeah, obviously referring to Alex Ayala also coming through that incredible first round match, as well as Janice. And they actually practiced together before this match. So I think maybe yesterday they were practicing with each other. So nice to see that.
Really?
Alex was saying, because, we mentioned on our podcast about how they'd played before at juniors, and yeah, she was
a long time ago.
Alex was explaining how they came up, so she remembers, from juniors, coming through juniors, obviously from a similar part of the world. So, yeah, it's nice to see that. And I think also there is actually another Indonesian player at the US Open playing in the doubles. And Janice was also saying that she, she knows her. So, and obviously, she's been very supportive. Her name is Aldila. Yeah, Sutiadi. Yeah, so Aldila, yeah, she is in the doubles draw, playing with the Ukrainian player Nadia Kishinok. So, but they're drawn against the first seed, Siniakova and Townsend. So, might not go well there. So it's 40 love here to Raducanu.
Doubles. Speaking about doubles, I heard Krejcikova is coming to Seoul to play doubles. Is that right?
She is? Oh, yeah, I think I
saw
I knew
something
that.
mentioned today. Yeah.
Yeah, Krejcikova. Yes, who's playing Krejcikova today?
I should, because I watched her match, but no, enlighten me.
Mayuka Ichijima.
Oh, of course it is. Yes.
Yeah, so Mayuka Uchijima from Japan, who, she'd actually won her first round match after being several match points down, and then eventually got it done, in a great tiebreak. And, Mayuka had been on a run of 10 straight losses. So, yeah, crazy for her to get through that. And then now she plays Barbara Krejcikova. So, yeah, big match for her, but let's see how she does. Looking at some of the scores elsewhere, I mean, actually, I should get the score up, shouldn't I? I forgot to get the score up. Let's do that.
Yeah, look, nobody wants to look at us.
Okay, share screen. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. So it's, as you can see, it is 5-2 to Raducanu, but that's just the one break. 5 aces hit by Raducanu there. Yeah. And I think, yeah, as I said before, that it's been a game changer, really, for her to have a much more consistent serve, because it means now that she's able to hang with some of these, the bigger players. And yeah, as you can see, when she's playing a lower ranked player, she's able to be quite dominant. So, and that's the first point going to Raducanu there in this game.
There is the coach, the British coach, Christopher Bint. I think we all enjoyed his interview the other day about Janice Tjen saying she didn't really know how the rankings worked or anything like that, so she just goes out and plays.
Yeah, just I guess. I mean, it's a cliche as well. But players, it probably benefits them to just take each match as it comes and not think too far ahead. And actually, if you're constantly thinking about rankings or making goals about rankings, it doesn't necessarily help. Okay, there's a good slice from Emma, that kind of from our cross court, and now she's got a chance. Let's see how the Asian Ash Barty can handle this. Oh yeah, eventually it is a good backhand winner there from Raducanu. I mean, she was doing well to hang in the rally, Janice, using that backhand slice, but she was gradually getting torn apart there. But yeah.
But again, it probably took Raducanu about 3 or 4 more shots more than you would expect, given the difference in experience and different in rankings. So
yeah, 18 shot rally, but there you go, another really good return that was so deep, and Janice just couldn't, adjust quick enough, and it's now two set points, 15-40 on the Tjen serve. Let's see how she does here. Oh, it's going to be a second serve. Great points. The Google scoreboard is
halfway down the net as well, the first serve.
Oh, it's in. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's well done. I mean, as soon as that the ball up the middle went a bit short, I felt like it was over there for him. Because Raducanu,
Raducanu was on the front foot from that point on, and she was just setting her up for that winner.
Yeah, 6-2 to Raducanu. You have to say, just a really good set there from Raducanu, and I don't think Tjen has done much wrong. She's maybe going to have to, maybe be a bit more aggressive or take a bit more risk and come into the net maybe a bit more as well if she can in the second set. But it's going to be very difficult because Emma's just playing so well, and I think maybe if she's going to get back into it, she's going to have to hope Emma dips a little bit.
And you look at that set one summary they've just put on: net points won, or Emma hasn't been to the net. Janice has won 5 out of 5 at the net. So serve and volley in the second, maybe.
Right. Yeah, she is a more aggressive player in that way. She will, but and that obviously bodes well, having won 5 out of 5 net points. It's I always think though it must feel a little bit risky doing that because obviously Emma kind of likes to. She's the kind of player that would hit passing shots or like to counter punch well. So but actually. The problem is actually in the baseline rally, she's also ended up being dominant, Emma. I mean, I think she's just any little chances she's been hitting so well. So let's remember, like she won the US Open, she won this tournament as a qualifier. So
and I know, and she gets a lot of hate or almost disrespect for that. But winning in those circumstances, but 127 other players had the opportunity to win in those circumstances, and actually she came for qualifying, so 250 odd other players had the opportunity to do it. They didn't. So
she but it's taken a while for it maybe to get up near that sort of level again for various reasons, but injuries and whatnot. But obviously she was doing something right that week, and you got to have a certain
Tim Henman
base
in the front
level.
row. That was what was right that week, I'm sure.
Let's see if she can get a good start here, Tjen. Oh, but that forehand going wide. Yes, you want to do that.
Yeah, very loose. Yeah.
Less. Do that less. I don't have any Indonesian. Do you speak Indonesian? I don't.
I don't know.
We've got a comment here that I can't understand.
Well, we could put it through Papago or something, and that was another loose forehand by Tjen there.
It's good to see so many Indonesian fans. A lot of people in Indonesia, but there's not really been any Indonesian players to cheer for. I mean, obviously Tjen winning her main draw match. That was the first time that had happened since 2003 at Wimbledon. So it's been a long time, and back then they had quite a few players that had managed to get into the top 100, including the legend Yayuk Basuki, who reached as high as number 19 in singles, and I think she got to top 10 in doubles. So
very possibly, she had a very long career. So
it'll be interesting to see if Tjen actually, can she get sort of close to that sort of level? I mean, Tjen as well. She obviously, she clearly has double prowess. I mean, we saw her net skills, but she played a lot for the college team, and won the titles, and I think she won awards as well. It's like best doubles or whatever for the Western. What do they have, like Western region or
conferences
whatever,
or something, or they have. Yeah.
So 40-15 here now for
Yeah, it has been a few too many errors, certainly in this game.
Oh, she does return.
Yeah.
Oh, and she does make that
And
forehand.
that's a beautiful forehand, yeah. And it was set up with the previous shot as well. Stretched Raducanu, the court open, and made it.
I mean, it's basically like, I mean, I think, you know, Janice does have the level to hang with a good player like Raducanu, but it's more like the difference between a player like Raducanu and where Janice is right now is the consistency of doing it, and that's something that you know, it's a few too many errors so far from Janice, and that's okay though, because I mean, you know, that doesn't mean that she can't improve and maybe get closer to that level. It's just she needs to have more experience, and yeah, you don't get to that level without sort of playing the better players, right? I mean,
but yeah, perhaps, and also the nous and the sort of game plan that Raducanu has clearly come into this match with, and that's gained with experience. It's gained with your coaches as well. You know, prepping you for this match. She's clearly come in with a game plan and she's able to execute it. With Tjen, that's something that will come with the more experience of playing this kind of level of match.
Yeah. Let's see if she can get into this one. Oh, that's a good return there from Raducanu.
The return, yeah, it wasn't even a bad serve either.
Yeah, return winner. But I mean, she did that against Shibahara, and it was, and you know, Shibahara is much less competent from the baseline, but you know, it was just so demoralizing, I think, for Shibahara. But then look at that. I mean, that was again, and now it's love 30 on the Raducanu's, sorry, on the Tjen serve. And
are we thinking a deep run in this tournament for Raducanu?
Well, on this evidence, she's not going to be easy to beat by anyone at the moment. I mean, but I think she'll have to play perhaps Raducanu in the second round or third round.
That's it. That was it. Yeah.
But I mean, I like that forehand from Tjen, but she does well to come out and top there. And that could be crucial because, you know, it's 15-30. So she stops herself going 3 break points down.
It will probably go down as an unforced error by Raducanu, but certainly she was under pressure in that whole point.
Right.
15-30, the biggest point in tennis.
Oh, that's a good slice there. Oh, but that wasn't a good slice.
No, that was not a good slice. No.
And that's 15-40, and that's got to be disappointing for Tjen because, I mean, that slice is her bread and butter, really, and she did not execute that particular one well. And so it is 2 break points again for Raducanu, and Raducanu really just looks locked in. She's in the zone. She's saying, I want to get through this match as quickly as possible, and I'm not going to. Oh, but just as I say that, she drags that.
A loose backhand for once, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the commentator's curse.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
So another breakpoint opportunity, though, but perhaps Tjen, let's see if she can save this, and because it wouldn't really be good to start off the second set with
no
breakdown. Oh, was it out? Oh,
must have been. Yeah.
Second serve then. Oh, wow! Well done there.
I'm not sure what Raducanu was doing there. She was in absolute no man's land on the return, and ended up exactly where she didn't want to be.
Yeah, but she's
blame the shoelaces.
Oh, her socks not up. That's what it was.
Oh, the socks came down. Okay.
Okay. I don't like that though. I don't think you should be able to do that in the middle of, like, you know, Shen's then having to wait there just for her to adjust her sock. wait until after the game's done. Okay, right, you've socks. Like, I don't like that. I like, there's players do that all the time. Like, they're like, oh.
I guarantee there's one Twitter account that's going to be appearing on quite soon.
I could, yeah. I also don't like when they change the racket.
Mhm.
Just like, oh, it feels bad. Well, just wait. You're a professional tennis player. Like, it's going to happen
A professional
sometime.
tennis player doing everything they can to win the game. Yeah. Raducanu now has advantage. That almost got across the net from Tjen. It hit the cord, bounced up, and fell the wrong side. Third break point. And a second serve. Someone's caught the ball. You know you have to return it.
It's second.
And
Yeah,
that
it's a
was
double,
disappointing, a double fault.
and
Yeah.
it's an early break. And well, I mean, I predicted possibly that Janice would be keeping one of these sets close. Although we basically, Leah and we did our predictions, and we thought it might just be a 2-set win for Raducanu, but one of the sets being close. But so far, it's looking like it might not even have one close set. And yeah, I mean, it's being
just saw the member of the crowd caught the ball there. I wonder if she threw it back. And I wonder if the players are going to be asking for it back as well.
So I'm going to have to get that back up again. The scoreboard there.
Raducanu misses a first serve for the first time in a while.
Come on, Janice. Let's see what you can do here. You know, she's at the point where, oh yeah, that's the forehand error there.
Yeah, the forehand.
But you know, like now at this point, she's really just got to go for it. I think.
Go for the shots. Yeah.
Little opportunities that she has.
The coach has put his hat on. Guiding.
Oh, yeah, that one goes long. So this is going to be potentially, well, let's wait and see. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised by how this has gone, really, because
I think I don't think Tjen is playing particularly badly. I mean, I'm more surprised. I say just going to say surprised about the level of Raducanu, but then of course she hits an extremely loose forehand that goes miles wide. But
yeah, I
just
think that
like
was a pretty
against
good return, though.
Shibahara, she's playing with ruthless efficiency.
I mean, this is better than the Shibahara match. Shibahara was not.
Yeah.
Didn't
Well. Ask her any questions at all. Tjen has been asking her the questions. She's been hitting some good shots, but Raducanu's had an answer to everything.
Oh.
And she's gone to the net here, and she's missed it.
Yeah. That was the right shot from Janice, but I mean, yeah, I mean, she'll take what she can get now.
Yeah.
So 40-30 Raducanu. Maybe perhaps you have a little blip here, a little, mental lapse that Tjen can take advantage of. Let's see. Or she might just bang down an ace here. Oh, no, it is returned. Janice, I think she can't get too passive. Let's see what you can do here.
Yeah, now the chance.
This is it. Go on, Janice. Yes.
Big forehand.
Oh, it was. Yeah, that was a little bit awkward.
Yeah. And that's those small margins, isn't it? Because there was the chance there.
Yeah, but that's just that's just the level of them. I think it's like that. Those tricky little balls. I mean, some other players, they might not have got the ball back so well, but Emma can
They'd
handle
have been
that.
out of the point long ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, yeah, as I say, it's been less about Janice doing badly. Could she have done a bit better here and there? Yeah, for sure. But it's like she's actually shown some pretty good tennis at times. But Raducanu has just been, a level above. So, and yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, Raducanu. I mean, her last match against Sabalenka was extremely tight. She actually won more points than her overall, and it was
More
a
points.
good match. So, yeah. So, and let's remember Sabalenka is the number 2 player in the world right now, and obviously Slam champion, multiple Slam champion, and yeah, I think she also won a practice set 6-1 at this US Open just before the tournament. So she must be feeling good. Yeah, I mean, you definitely, even if that's a practice set, you carry that confidence a bit forward, I think, the matches. And
it was a practice set, and Sabalenka was wearing those leggings that is always very popular on Twitter as well. So I'm not sure how seriously she was taking it, but she certainly wouldn't have wanted to lose 6-1. A good start to this game would be a positive.
I've just got to put the tweet up here from Island Tennis Girl. And she's just talking about
clean and clinical. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Clean and clinical is exactly how Emma's played. Let's see if Tjen can get on the board. I mean, that's just such a good return redirected up the line.
Yeah.
Oh. See, that's it. I mean, I think with Emma as well, it's like she doesn't have the power to sort of hit like, she's not as aggressive as like even Tjen even, but like, I mean, it's just like the ball placement. Like she's getting it so deep and then just going in the corners and just like.
She's not going to overpower you off the court, but she's going to put it into some very, very difficult places. She's going to stretch you, and that's what she's been doing the whole game. And she just missed one there.
Yeah, of course, exactly. And then, of course, she will hit big winners when she gets a short ball, chance ball. But yeah, but it's just too consistent, too good. Oh, second serve. Oh, good return there from Emma. Let's see if, that was a nice forehand from Tjen. She's doing well on the stretch. She's got the power legs there to defend well like that. But Emma is just doing so well that eventually coming in with that backhand. And now it's 30-40 on the Tjen serve, and it's perhaps a double break coming. Let's see how. I mean, I did think Tjen was digging in a little bit deeper there, trying to do something there, but it was too difficult. Oh, sorry, did I say it was 30-40? No, it's 30-40.
Well, now it's 30-40, but that was a slightly easier forehand miss by Tjen there. Is it this coach? Has Emma finally found the coach that is going to take her to the level she can? Good Lord, look at that return.
Yeah, another very, very, very good return. Yeah, that is a tremendous backhand and right in the corner.
Right,
She's just
absolutely, unhittable. I always remember we missed out. Well, we didn't miss out. We saw that little scoop that we had when we were in Seoul a couple of years ago. It was the week there was the WTA 1 week, followed by the ATP the next week, and we saw Tursunov hanging around at a doubles match long after Emma had departed.
Yeah.
Could finally be that this coach is the one that takes her to the next level. Another ace from Raducanu here, 30 love. The unforced errors count came up there as well. Tjen on 16 unforced errors to Raducanu's 6.
Let's see if she can. Yeah, I think this has just been a learning experience for Janice so far. I mean,
yeah. Let's see if she can do what Shibahara did and take it into a second hour. 52 minutes the match time so far. It's 6-2, 4 love, 40 love.
well, maybe she can channel some Alex Iala bounce back ability. Of course, Iala coming back from 5-1 down in that final set against Towson.
I see Towson is set for Seoul. She's on the entry list for Seoul.
Right. Basically, anyone that's not playing Billie Jean King Cup, because it's Billie Jean King Cup finals. Yeah, and it's 5 love, Raducanu.
And without Tjen really doing very much wrong here, the ball kids in their striking Ralph Lauren shirts are having some fun with the umbrella here. Oh, she's still going on about that shoelace.
Oh, it's the sock, though. It's the sock that she's bought. Well, she adjusted that before, yeah. She's taken it off and then putting she just has to take off the shoe to, I don't know why. Yeah, my rant earlier was about stopping like in the middle, like, because I just think it's disruptive unless there's like, especially when players are like, oh, I'm going to change my racket because it feels funny. But it disrupts the rhythm of the server. And they always say like you should play to the pace of the server, right? According to the rules, right? But yeah, so players do these little things.
That's always the case. I mean, I messaged you. I was watching the Krajcekova and Boko game the other day, and both players they spent 5-6 minutes looking for Krajcekova's dampener because even though she had lots of spare ones, she only wanted to use that one. And
okay, that's funny.
They found it in the end. So Tjen is serving to stay in the match, and she's love 15.
Oh no, we want to avoid the bagel.
8 points in a row.
We don't want. I mean, I know it's New York, but we don't want a bagel.
No.
New York actually does have very good bagels, though. I had quite a few last year when I was in New York.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, there's the return long there from Tjen.
That's 15.
Oh shit, I forgot to. Oh, sorry.
Do we need to see your personal messages? Like,
yeah, sorry. Sorry, no, but I was gonna. I forgot because Haresh was going to join, but the match has gone too quickly. Wow, that was
so short. Yeah. Did you put that smash away?
Yeah, that was a good smash. Yeah. It was not easy to deal with. Well done from Janice Tjen. Well, let's see, because the match obviously isn't over yet. There's still time for her to maybe, break back and maybe stretch this out a little bit longer. But obviously just one game away from the match for Raducanu. But let's see if she can hold here and make her serve it out.
So second serve.
Yeah. Oh, she did well there too.
Yeah. And that's the thing, that she gets Raducanu. She's done that a couple of times. Got Raducanu into a sort of no man's land on the second serve return. Just too close, like not close enough to the net to cut it off, but too far away from the baseline to be in position. Completely caught her out of position there.
I think
point to hold.
Oh, yes, is it? Yes.
And yeah.
Yes. Okay. She does get on the board and she avoids the bagel. The New York bagel. No, we don't want to see that. Because she hasn't played badly. Like, I mean, that was like a hard, like some of those points there that she won, that was like hard to win those points. And it's just like you have to be so
it's tennis,
sharp.
isn't it? This is in no way a 6-2, 6-love match, but let's see if it's going to be a 6-2, 6-1 match.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, tennis is tough like that. I mean, well, I mean, it definitely Emma's been on top, but 6-2, 6-2, 6-1 would seem harsh, but yes. And then she's letting that forehand
again. She lined up that big forehand. Emma didn't even try. Knew that was gone. Bang.
But you know, it's also maybe because there could have been a bit of nerves, but also just I think she's having to adjust to the level, and
yeah,
maybe that's starting to happen. Just loosen up a bit, but well, that was good forehand there.
Yeah, Emma's returned with a forehand of her own.
Yeah, 15-0. But yeah, I mean, you just got to now make Emma work for it.
Dreadful first serve.
Yeah, second serve now for Jen. Let's see if she can make it count. Oh, she does go hard on the return,
but really good return.
But then Raducanu somehow manages to get the ball back, and that's what I mean though.
It wrong-footed Tjen, didn't it? She was just a little bit off her feet there.
Yeah, because it's not many players will get a ball back like that well. You know, defending like that. You know, Raducanu has been doing that so well in this match. It's a good return from Tjen. Don't make the error. Use that forehand, and she is using it. Yeah. Let's see if she can win this point. Yes.
Yes, she
that
has.
That was well done.
Radis goes long. Yeah.
So 30-all.
30-all.
Let's see if she can, you know, make Raducanu a bit nervous serving out. I'm not convinced that she's, you know, she had trouble with her serve at times, you know, shaky serving out sets, serving out matches, but these days she's been looking so good.
And she brings up a match point.
40-30, yeah, match point for Raducanu.
It's 59. Oh, we've just ticked over to 1 hour on the match timing as well. So.
Oh, it's a good serve out wide, and it is unreturned. That is a clinical performance from Emma Raducanu. 6-2, 6-1, and a nice handshake there with Janice Tjen, and yeah, an absolutely clinical performance from Raducanu, and looks delighted. Yeah, 2 good matches for her to come through, and yeah, it's going to get tougher. She could actually do a route of Tennis Asia because she's beaten Shibahara, she's beaten Tjen, and potentially she's going to beat Rybakina next.
Yeah.
Well, she is now on the bad list.
I mean,
Yeah,
because she's played in Seoul. How many times has she played in Seoul? Twice or 3 times?
yeah,
We
twice,
kind of
twice.
consider her an honorary part of Tennis Asia anyway. So
Yeah, I mean,
there are these honorary Tennis
oh,
Asia members.
she
Raducanu's
gives
one.
she gives
She's
Chen an
applauding her
applause.
off. Yeah.
Oh, and there's someone wanting this an autograph, and Chen is obliging. She's giving her autograph to some random dude with a hat, or I think he's got was it a son there? I don't know, but like, yeah. Anyway, nice experience, I guess, for Chen. I think she's going to learn from that. She's, in many ways, just at the beginning of her career at the top level. I think you can see that she does have potential. She's, some of the points she played there, good forehand winners and, showing that she's a good athlete moving around the court, but she was just playing another really good athlete today, right?
Yeah, I think it's a cliche as well. It is, and it goes back to what her coach was saying as well. It is the nous and the match know-how. I mean, if you even look at it, I've been watching. I know nothing about American football, but I've been watching these documentaries on Netflix about quarterback and et cetera, et cetera. The step up from college football to the NFL, where you're just playing people who just have experience and the football brain. I guess it's the same in tennis as well. You might have all the ability in the world, but it needs to be match hardened, and that's going to happen with Jen. She's got all of the weapons, she's got all of the ability, and just a bit more experience, and she'll be up there.
Yeah, and of course she is just inside the top 150. What's Emma saying? Are you listening to her?
Of course, I'm listening to her. Like, I mean, you always listen to Emma's voice, yeah.
You may tell me what she's saying. Yeah, Janice after this up to 126 in the live ranking, so she'll be at a new
They're
career
asking
high.
Emma about how whether she saw an interview where Janice said that she was her inspiration.
All right. Yeah, she did say that, right?
Mm.
And what did Emma say?
She's playing well. She can build. She can take a lot of confidence from her run here, etc., etc.
Yeah. So Janice now is, let's show you. Let's show you that it's real. Where's Janice? The WTA ranking here. So there you can see Janice, 126 now in the live ranking. Her previous career high 147. So she moves up. And yeah, 126, not quite at the top 100, but I would imagine that it's just an inevitability at this point. And yeah, once you're in the top 100, you obviously are getting into the slams regularly, and yeah, potentially more of the WTA Tour tournaments.
Is she getting into Seoul qualies?
Perhaps. I mean, she is actually down to play the Sao Paulo WTA 250,
Oh, really?
which is immediately after the US Open.
Okay.
And actually, Alex Yala is also down to play that. So perhaps we could have a Southeast Asian, derby, let's say, between Janice Chen and Alex Yala. Although they seem to be friendly, so that makes a bit more of a nicer occasion. But then, yeah, perhaps because they would both have to qualify for Seoul.
So yeah.
Perhaps we would see Alex Yala there in Seoul. That would be nice if they do come, but obviously it's a very far from Sao Paulo to Seoul. Yeah. However, it's the only WTA tournament on that week, so I think they might just be tempted to make the journey, especially if they don't go far, right? So yeah, Sao Paulo. I would love to go to Sao Paulo to watch a WTA event.
That would be that's a bucket list tournament, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, just a bucket list.
Football at the same time.
Part of the world. Yeah, so just to round up, guys, thanks for joining. But it's finished. Maybe not the result that many of you wanted. Raducanu wins 6-2, 6-1. Of course, she was the champion here 4 years ago. Yeah, Janice really just didn't do bad, but she was outclassed today, and I definitely think she showed, a glimpse of her potential. But yeah, onwards she goes, and yeah, she's really just at the beginning. So, you got anything else to say, Alistair?
No, I'm obviously watched both of Raducanu's games now. Super impressed by the way that she's playing. Excited to see her for the rest of the tournament. And yeah, Tjen, I don't think she did anything wrong today at all. Good performance, and excited for the future.
Yeah, and also we talked about how Emma might have to play Elena Rybakina next, but Elena has to play Teresa Valentova, who is the 18-year-old Czech player who is, from what I've seen, looked very impressive. And Teresa also came through from qualies as well and won her first round match. So yeah, I think she could make it difficult for Rybakina, and I think Emma is going to be happy if she if she can do that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely think that match against Rybakina is going to be one to watch. I think I had Rybakina. I made a prediction when we did the preview with. I did this tournament with Leah that Rybakina would make the final. So, looking at the way Raducanu's playing,
Did you take that? Did you take that 12-1 bet of Rybakina versus Swiatek for the final?
No, but
no, because you're basically betting on her beating Raducanu now and beating Sabalenka as well. 12-1 for her to beat both and get to the final.
Yeah. Well, looking at the way Raducanu's playing, it's hard to.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that.
I don't know. I'm not sure about if Rybakina will get through. It's going to be a tough match. I think it'll be maybe a tight one, but 16 winners to 11 there. That was that showing there. It was at the last set there, or was that overall? Yeah, it must have been overall, right? 16 to 11. So yeah, I mean, it's not like a huge differential there, but it's just kind of too good. And yeah, I think that basically rounds it off. Thank you everyone for joining. We had quite a lot of people here. I think we've got a lot of new Indonesian tennis fans, and I hope to see you again. Maybe we'll be doing more streams of Janice's as she moves on to Sao Paulo and wherever else she's going to play in the world. Thank you.